Oh yeah, we got Mic Logik up in here.
Hey, what up,
Yo, what's
fellas?
good?
Am I good like this? Should I turn the
Yeah, no,
phone?
you good. You good. You are perfect.
All right, what did I miss?
Well. First off, we was just before we get back to the Lupe Royce shit. We was talking about the NBA all season real quick, kind of like rapid firing. Talked about Dennis Schroeder wanting all that money.
You read my mind. I just wanted to ask you about that.
I have no thoughts on that shit.
5 years, 150 for Dennis. So that's like 30 million a year. Nah,
You could go get that shit somewhere else,
by
but
all
not
means.
with the Bulls. But the Lonzo thing becomes interesting because New Orleans gets Eric Bledsoe money off the book, so now they can either match Lonzo's deal as a restricted free agent, but reportedly they're going to be going after Kyle Lowry. So, what you think about Lonzo in the Bulls uniform? Should they go ahead and put the poison pill contract out there? What you think?
I've been saying for 2 years I would love Lonzo Ball in a Bulls uniform.
Okay,
Not Dennis Schroeder.
hell no.
However the hell you say his name.
Yeah,
Especially for that amount of money.
I'm
Lonzo's
about
not
to
gonna.
say, look, I think that's the main thing when it comes to Dennis Schroeder. Like, dude is a decent player,
Yeah, he's good.
but this motherfucker want too much bread. Like,
Even
bro.
120 mils a lot for Dennis
Yeah,
Schroeder.
he out of his mind, bro. Especially after what you just did in the first round against Phoenix. Like how you looked at the end of the season. Like, dude, you had your chance to shine when you know what I'm saying AD was out. Look, hey yo, why just FaceTime your phone and it wasn't you?
Yeah, because I got a new number, man.
That's crazy. Hey, yo, Mic Logik. But what I was saying was like, yeah, Dennis Schroeder don't deserve all that money. He wild. So yeah,
And you know
I
what's
would love to
crazy
see
to me?
Lonzo. I would love to see Lonzo.
It's crazy to me that all these teams and executives want to give 40 plus million, 36, 40 plus million to guys who are 36 and above. Like Chris Paul's going to command something around that. Kyle Lowry's going to get a big bag. But you also heard the rumor that him and DeMar might meet up in LA, which I don't see how LA can have the money to do that. They don't have, even with Kyle Kuzma, you trade Kyle Kuzma and you got to get rid of KCP, they still can only give him like $9 million.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, before we end this pod, we wanted to take a couple of minutes because this ain't my fight. I don't think this is Mike's fight. But we wanted to talk about Royce the 5'9" versus Lupe. Why this shit's going on? Who's winning? Where's Mickey Fax placing this shit? Who's going to be joining Royce the 5'9"?
And before y'all, you know what I'm saying, talk about it, I already gave my hot take on where this is going. I mean, it might not happen. It's a long shot, but it started to kind of make sense to me. But go ahead, guys, speak on this.
So
why is this happening?
So I want to start with Vee Miyagi. Shouts out to Vee Miyagi because it seems like to me you have a handle on this, but I want to start with you since you just got here. Last person go first. Why the hell is this going on?
Well, first of all, I came to see all the shit talk. I heard some Lakers shit talk, and I'm in LA, and I can't stand the Lakers, so we're gonna start with that. But
we were just talking about how trash Dennis Schroeder is. That's all.
Man, and I heard the Bulls trying to grab him. I'm not going. For 150 million, I'm not going. But I think it all started because y'all familiar with RJ Payne, Ransom.
Yeah.
They claim to be the best rappers in the world, apparently.
Oh.
And which is a stretch in itself, even though they don't. I think they don't. But yeah, and Royce, who was at one point my favorite rapper at one point, decided to, instead of rapping, he decided to play the ego game. Play the ego game, and Lupe, being the Chicagoan that he is, was not going. He just wasn't going. That's all I'm going to say.
So OT, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to you next. Like, what are your thoughts on how how does this look for Royce and Lupe, especially since they had past tense a podcast with each other?
It's kind of unfortunate, honestly, because even they podcast, because I checked for it always seemed like they was taking digs at each other, and like it was on some ha he type shit. But I was always like, these niggas, how does podcast come about? Because it seemed like they really, the digs that they was taking at each other and whatnot seemed as if they was kind of like real. But either way, I mean, it's unfortunate because I think the podcast is dope. I don't know where this is going. I think hopefully it goes to like a URL King of the Dot battle.
What I just say, Bang.
And I think it has the potential to go there. I think it will, honestly, because Royce and Lupe are both super duper fans of battle rap. So I think that's where it's ultimately gonna go. Mickey Fax just washed Royce though. Mickey Fax just smashed.
But
so I don't know what Royce gonna do.
But see, the reason why I told Bang, I was like, I think Mickey Fax has a hand in this because obviously he has a good relationship with battle rap and URL and everything like that. So I think he's trying to Don King this shit to become. I told Bang, I said my hot take was that these niggas is gonna rap against each other at Summer Madness. I think they're gonna be on Summer Madness.
Calculated. Seems
Wait, who?
Mickey Fax versus Royce the 5'9".
Mickey and Royce, yeah, that's more believable.
Royce no, not Mickey Fax, not Mickey. No, Lupe and Royce on Summer Madness. I think they're gonna be on Summer Madness.
I feel like Mickey's a easier choice than Lupe.
One of these niggas, something is gonna be in URL involved when it comes to
this. If that happens, it's the best battle rollout ever. Best battle rollout ever if it happens.
So I want to go to Mike real quick. I want to go to Mic Logik real quick. So Mike, like, what is your thoughts on this situation, and how does this look for both rappers?
I think this whole thing is really corny, and this is internet beef. This isn't real beef. This isn't.
I said that too.
This isn't Death Row versus Bad Boy. No one's gonna remember this. Next year, nobody's gonna remember. This is a great opportunity for Mickey Fax though to get his name out there because what he took the fire torch to Royce the 5'9". But they lost the podcast. They lost the podcast. I think the podcast is bigger than all this. I'll be honest. Go ahead.
I think the podcast is okay. I think it's all right.
I enjoyed it.
It didn't have the fire. Like, they're more exciting in the MC space than they are more of in a cerebral space. As weird as it is because of how brilliant they are. I think it would be more exciting if they did the podcast after this.
That would definitely be cool.
Some Dude Podcast, I want to reset real quick. Some Dude Podcast, we got Vee Miyagi, Mic Logik, OT on here. Shouts out to Biz and Brews. Shouts out to Mike. Mike, what's the name of the podcast?
All Net.
All Net, because it's like you got All Net with the Shot Native
radio,
and the radio.
It's a lot.
And V takes pictures now, and he still raps, and he does videos, and he's in LA in nice weather and all of that shit, and all of that shit. So what I want to reset because I just want to get to one more question before I just cut to the chase and see who we got winning all this shit. Period. Once this is done, so Mickey, of course, has joined his partner Lupe. No, they on their All City Chess Club shit. Who joins Royce in the fray? Like who's the animal to his Hawk? Who's the Booker T to his Stevie Ray? Who's the Rick to his Scott Steiner? Go ahead, V.
Listen, and I really want to get into this, but two options. You have Eminem, you have Crooked Eye. Now, Crooked Eye is the more logical choice. Eminem joined and makes Royce like a little homie. If you're Royce, you don't want to look that way. Plus, I feel like Lupe's been baiting Eminem for years in many different ways.
The rap guy thing?
Totally.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's been baiting them names for a long time. He got that like chip on his shoulder. And Royce is just, I don't know. I don't think that's the greatest look for Royce, for M to jump in this beef. Because you know how M's fan base is. No matter what happens, they won.
You right.
So you just gotta hope it's Crook. I really want to see Crook get in that ring though. None of them seeing Crook. So
since you got a dip, who you think's win this once it's all said and done?
I don't know. I see Royce taking a different route. Excuse me, but I see him not responding. I kind of see him more so, just playing it off, kind of how he's been doing. Just with the, I'm bigger than that. I don't want to attack personally approach. And I feel like I don't think this is the old Royce. He's not pulling bazookas out on cam no more. I don't think that's the Royce we finna get that we want to see. I want the old Royce back, but I don't know. It might end here at a 1-0, 0-1, 0-1. You know what I'm saying? One of them is debatable, but we'll see.
Okay. All right, man. Good looking out for joining us, G.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right. I'm going to go to OT, man. All right, OT. Like, what's your assessment, man? What it looks like once this is all said and done?
So, quick question: is Joe Budden and Royce still cool?
That's what I look.
They
yo,
are.
I said all of this. I said, yo, Bud go link up.
Mike, get out my head, dog.
You out of my Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That's a wild card.
So it's definitely Joe Budden there. It's Joe, because Joe is bigger, I think, in I don't know. We ain't heard from Joe in a minute. Everything that happened with the podcast, and he also has battled already. I think it's Joe. But Joe said he retired. If it's not Joe, it's obviously Crooked Eye. I don't think Eminem gonna step out for this. If Royce decides to continue, I probably still go with Mickey and Lupe. But I think Royce is done. Royce already posted on his IG, his mental health group and all that. And then a little post after that was making it seem like, this is what I'm on. I ain't worried about them dudes. He already taking a high roll, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna end it with you, man. Where you see this going?
Okay, first of all, I didn't really get to articulate all the thoughts I had because
go ahead.
No, but when I said it's corny, it's just like, yo, all these dudes are super dope rappers, MCs, like top of the tier lyricists, and this whole thing is ego driven. That's what it really is, and that's why I said it's kind of silly. This isn't real beef. This is internet beef. They're beefing back and forth through a Zoom or a StreamYard, whatever they're doing. But I had the initial thought that it was going to be Crooked or M. That's who Royce had in mind when he's talking about rapper friends. I don't see either. Honestly, I don't see either of them getting in the ring. I'm actually kind of disappointed in Royce because he's always preaching on his IG about solidarity and unity in the hip hop community, and then he goes and does this. So I'm actually hoping that it doesn't go any further. Right now, I have Lupe and Mickey Fax winning this thing though, because I feel like Royce, to me, the way I looked at him, he kind of took a couple steps down.
Damn.
Yeah, it's disappointing to me, honestly, because I'm a huge Royce fan. I don't really want to see them beefing. Like that's just me. I know.
And I'm gonna let Mike end this off as he close out the show. But for me, I still think this is just fodder for the podcast. I listened to a couple of podcast episodes. I thought it was good hearing the banter with them back and forth. I always thought when this started, this was more that what I call weirdo rap joust. And what I mean by that is, like, you see a lot of people that's on the bars and lyric side, always on that, I have the best bars, I have this and I have that. So it's almost like a friendly test of skill. This is like you and your homie doing the test of strength and y'all locking y'all hands and you ain't really trying to hurt your homie, but you gonna let him know that you stronger than him.
Lupe wished him death in one of his bars, so it kind of went past that to me.
I understand that, but for me, and this is just me talking, when you are battling, friendly or not, anything goes.
Okay.
Fuck your mama, I'll kill your cat. Afterwards, oh man, that was some dope ass shit. Hey, that bar about killing fuck my mama, that shit was bar. That was a bar. That was a bar. You don't mean that for real, dude. Yeah, that was a bar. So when I look at them two, I think of like just some verbal jousting, some friendly shit. But as I also told Mike, sometimes when you play fight with your homie, you hit them enough times, and then your homie gonna get mad, you gonna get stole off of, and you gonna be like, either gonna be like, damn, I was just playing with you, or you gonna steal back. So we do gotta be careful that this does not go too far, because we know how artists can be sensitive about their shit. But I don't really care who wins in this. Mainly because it's not my fight. I love all of them as artists, but I really have to see them in like a URL type shit for me to take it seriously. Because it just came out of, like, you guys was doing the podcast, like me and Mike doing the podcast, and Mike getting mad at me because he think I'm consistently shitting on Maywood, and I'm not. But then he like, well, fuck this shit.
Wait till you listen to this episode, OT. Wait till you listen to this shit, bro.
That's funny.
OT, I keep telling this man, look, man, half of my life was spent in Maywood, but now him and Mike Webb want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Mike B and Mike Webb.
Bullshit.
Him and Mike being Mike Webb want to be Stevie Ray and Booker T on me. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
So I'm gonna end it on Mike. Mike, end it off, man.
Hey man,
Your
shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for coming.
No,
on
you
the
gotta get your
pod.
thoughts on the pod before you do all
Oh,
that.
look, I
Your
called
thoughts
this
on
shit. I called it already. I think that this is gonna emerge to some URL shit. I think they're gonna be on Summer Madness. That's my hot take. They're gonna be on Summer Madness. Mickey Fax is gonna host it or whatever like that, because I'm still trying to figure out why Mickey Fax jumped in this shit in the first place. I don't get it. The beef doesn't make sense to me.
Whoa.
What? No, what?
Try that again, Mike.
I said, I don't know why these guys. I said, I don't know why Mickey Fax jumped in this beef in the first place. We good? Can you hear me?
Well, I'm gonna end this pod off because Mike. I'm gonna end this pod off because Mike. It sounds like he's having some technical difficulties, but Mike has talked about how his thoughts on it. That this is gonna end up on the URL type thing. He's also mentioned Crooked Eyes being a suitable tag team partner for Royce da 5'9", so we'll see how that goes. But shouts out to OT, shouts out to Mic Logik for jumping on to the show, man. Thanks again, my G.
Yo, it's your girl Night Kel, and this is some podcast. We out. Peace.